Yeah, so at this point we're getting nervous, right? We're 6-5. That's not great. Still above 500, but 4 tough fights to go. But then we go on a run. We get Jessica Andrade in fight 4. She wins by decision. And then you roll into the final 3 with Gilbert Burns. We need him to win. This is how that fight finished up. Now he's trying to tie the hands down. And here we go. A big right. Oh, an arm triangle now. Oh, this could be it. Unbelievable against Neil Magny, who's solid on the ground, and Neil's in trouble. And he taps, man. Wow. Wow, Gilbert Burns. Tell me this guy's stock isn't up right now. You know, he goes toe-to-toe with Hamza, regardless of the situation he does. And then he comes in here and he submits Neil Magny in the first round. It's like he does what he's supposed to do, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Gilbert Burns is pumped up. He's going to jump on top of the octagon. And Brazil is having a huge night. Brazil's having a huge night. And we'll take it, man. 8-5, a little separation. 8-5 on the predictions tonight. And Gilbert Burns is working his way around. Jumping on top of the fence on every side. Yeah, so there you have that. I mean, at this point, Brazil's having a huge night. Winning all types of fights. I mean, you got Gilbert Burns winning, maintaining the 5 spot. You look at the welterweight division there. It's crazy. Leon Edwards and Usman getting ready to fight. Covington at 2, Hamza at 3. Then you got Bilal and Burns at 4 and 5. So it's going down there for sure. And again, at this point, Brazil's having a huge night. Everybody's winning, it seems like, except for 1 or 2 fights here and there. And then we get into the nitty-gritty. We get into the 2 championship fights. Figueiredo versus Moreno, 4. And what are the possibilities to set up a 5th fight? Moreno wins on a controversial situation. And that's exactly, sort of, what happened. Oh, boy. The doctor's looking at it. This isn't good. Ooh. There's no way, bro. Come on, man. Boy, I don't think he can see. That's it. It's over. Wow. Brandon Moreno's going to win the title by TKO. I believe. That's how that works. Wow. So David Figueiredo. This is exactly what I was talking about. There's going to be a 5th fight. Mark my words. Because now Moreno won on sort of a controversial thing, but not really. But Brandon Moreno gets the win via TKO. Doctor stoppage here at UFC 283. Brandon Moreno will be the new UFC flyweight champion. Yeah, so as it stands right now, okay, Moreno, you see here, flyweight division is the champion. Davison Figueiredo isn't there right now because he says he's moving up. So I'm not sure, we'll update that when it comes out. But he's moving up to bantamweight 135. So you're likely going to have number 1, Pantoja. Number 2, Kai Kara France. And you got Brandon Royval, Matthias Nicolau, and Alex Perez. All those guys underneath from 1 to 5 are moving up a spot if they take Figueiredo out, which they should because he said he's moving up. So we'll see. But nonetheless, I mean, Brandon Moreno is the champion. So on the way out of the octagon, the Brazilian fans start chucking things toward Brandon Moreno. It was terrible. I mean, shameful, really. It wasn't his fault. He landed a big shot. The thumb appeared to hit the eye, but it wasn't like a poke. It was more like a side punch coming from the side, like a hook. And then the fight gets stopped after the 3rd round. So the Brazilian fans were unhappy, but it doesn't give them the right to start chucking things at Moreno. He won the fight fair and square. But could there be a 5th fight? I mean, it's a possibility. Imagine if Figueiredo goes and wins the bantamweight title, which would be, a stretch. But you never know. Would he go back down later? I don't know. But this doesn't seem done. Both of these guys are still young enough that we can get back here. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, we'll see. But a 5th fight could be interesting if it comes down to that. So then you get into the main event. Now, Brazil, having a great night, is down 1 champion. But they got a second opportunity with Glover Teixeira. They shouldn't even count these cards. It's going to be like 49, 46 on all three after 1 a.m. Let's go. This is crazy. So the number 7 contender is going to take over the belt. And there's going to be a lot of people calling to fight him. Oh, he just broke down. Wow, man. That's crazy to see, bro. I mean, he literally, like, they didn't even call it a fight yet. And he realized, like, I just won the title. And they're having to hold him up. Like, he's collapsing in a good way. Wow. Woo. Dude, for everybody watching, man, you got to capitalize when you're given opportunities. And that's what Jamahal Hill did tonight. Unbelievable. 2 months ago, he's sitting and watching 2 other guys fight for the title. They tie. You're number 7. You're 2 fights away. You get a call and they say, hey, you want to fight for the title? He says yes. He comes in and he beats the former champion. And now it's going to be interesting because now you got Yuri coming back eventually. You got Jamahal Hill as the new champion. Unbelievable. I'd say 49-46 on all 3. Oh, here's Bruce. Let's go. Let's go. Unanimous. 50-44 on all 3. What? Dominated, bro. No. Yeah, Jamahal Hill absolutely dominating this fight. He stuns the MMA community. He captures the light heavyweight belt, wins the UFC title, and shuts down Brazil here in back-to-back fights. So a great night for Brazil until the very end. That's the bottom line. I mean, that's how it goes sometimes. But you see here, total strikes, 248 to 108 Hill. Significant strikes, 232 to 75. Both had 326 of control. So Jamahal Hill absolutely dominating this fight. He's now the light heavyweight champion. But number 1, Yuri Prochazka. That fight's coming. Probably at the end of the year. Then you got number 2, Ankalaev, 3, Blachowicz, 4, Rakic, and 5, Anthony Smith. So that's how that goes. And with the win, Jamahal Hill jumps up to number 8 on the due list. Big jump, making his debut there. I mean, this is a guy we like, but he was number 7. We thought it would be another 2 years. And now he just catapults to the championship. Light heavyweight, you got to put him on the top 10. So he's number 8 right now with Sterling above him. Volkanovski, Makhachev 2 versus 6 coming up. John Jones 3. Prochazka 5. And you got number 1 and 2 still, Hamza and then Islam Makhachev. Then you see down to 13, Charles Oliveira. Leon Edwards still at 12. He's fighting Usman. Cracking the list at the bottom, you got Cyril Gane, Bo Nickel, Paddy Pimblett down there at 20, 19, and 18. So that's the way it goes. Fearless says, you're a hater after all. Usman has accomplished. You never put him on the do list. Yes, yeah, so Usman has accomplished a lot. I'm just not the biggest fan. I like Colby Covington. I like Hamza. I like 3 or 4 guys before him, so he doesn't make the list right now. That's just the way it goes. You know, that's just the way it goes. But all in all, a great night last night. First pay-per-view of the year. Of course, you had football going on. The Eagles started to blow out the Giants. People started to tune in late. And then this thing dragged into 1 a.m. and it was in Brazil. So, you know, a great night with the Brazilian crowd chanting all night. You know, it's in a different language, so you don't know. As an American, sometimes you don't understand what they're saying, but it's awesome because the crowd is loud and into it. And they started chucking stuff at Moreno. That was bad. But, you know, other than that, it was a great night. I mean, let's be real. They're just upset about the situation.